In terms of our Year 7 curriculum offer, we want all of our Year 7 students to be able to express positive and negative opinions with increasing confidence by the end of Year 7. Students ought to be able to use nouns correctly and understand the key concepts of adjectival use and simple negatives. Students in Year 7 are beginning to recognise when there has been a change in tense, in reading and listening, and they are beginning to apply this knowledge to speaking and writing. In terms of the content of the year, in Term 1, we begin with greetings and basic personal information, discussing family and friends, and moving on to being able to first explore the use of adjectives to describe personality and physical appearance. We start Year 7 also looking in detail at phonics, helping students to understand sound patterns by exploring graphemes, and this helps support their spellings. In Term 2, we move on to hobbies and sports as we start to look at grammar in more detail. We finish the year by looking at the topics of school and subjects and house and home, and this is the ideal finishing point to prepare students to be able to start in Year 8 when they look at describing their town. Our Year 7 intent and sequencing rationale, laid out here on this slide, should provide you with the information that you need in terms of why we study the topics we study when we do so. It will also offer greater insight as to the grammatical knowledge that students should acquire throughout the year. By the end of Year 8, students should be able to express positive and negative opinions with increasing depth through lots of deliberate practice throughout the year. They can add greater depth by using the comparative and superlative form, and they are beginning to recognise when there has been a change in tense in reading and listening, and they are beginning to apply this knowledge to their speaking and writing. In terms of the course content for Year 8, we begin the year by looking at our town. This moves on to the environment. Students are developing the skills of extended writing, moving from sentence level to paragraph level. We start to explore the use of tenses, in particular the future tense, and we also revisit lots of negative structures first encountered in Year 7. Students are beginning to use persuasive and descriptive language in their writing. In half-term 3 and 4, we explore Paris and compare this with Great Britain. We look at lots of cultural awareness and we explore the significance of the capital city. In terms of skills, this is the first look at the perfect tense, which is a past tense for students. Later on in the year, we finish off by looking at global fashions and we explore stereotypes and also historical and cultural events in France's history, such as the French Revolution. In terms of skills, towards the end of the year, students should be developing spontaneity in speech. They should be able to use the simple future tense and understand the comparative and the superlative form. And again, by the end of the year, we hope that all our students are able to express preferences in terms of opinions with greater depth. Please read our Year 8 intent and sequencing rationale to get a greater understanding of the Year 8 curriculum journey. By the end of Year 9, students should be able to read aloud with accuracy, having applied their knowledge and understanding of phonics that they first encountered in Year 7. They are beginning to be able to write at greater length, using 3 time frames and a number of complex structures. Writing is more accurate and complex and includes things such as negatives, comparatives, and students are able to recognise and use a greater range of vocabulary. As we can see from the course content, topics are beginning to become more sophisticated. In Term 2, we can see that this is timed to coincide with the careers and the option process, and we explored jobs and careers and ambitions. We finished the year looking at healthy living, sports, leisure, and cinema. By the end of the year, students are developing their communication skills to express problems and understand instructions in the target language. They are developing the skills of summarising and paraphrasing, and their knowledge and understanding of different tenses has extended to include the simple future tense. As you read the sequencing rationale in Year 9, you can see that the skills that were first encountered in Years 7 and 8 have been repeated. This is how we aim to get greater depth in our students' knowledge. By the end of the year, students should be well prepared to begin their GCSE course.